Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Once Upon a Game. Yay! Theme song. And
Yay.
we're playing a special game today. We're taking a break from our normal story game stuff, and we are moving closer to playtesting the other side of Once Upon a Game. And I'm super happy about that because we're doing two awesome ones this week. Starting first with Luke's Across the Endless Sea. So Luke will be GMing for me and Ian. So hey.
This is a GM-less game,
Yeah,
technically,
technically,
right?
technically. I'm sorry, I should have said
I'll be
you're
facilitating.
facilitating. You're facilitating, which is awesome because I love
Yeah.
being able to just turn on the stream and not have to do everything. That's super super nice. So
Yeah, I mean, look, I might
yeah.
still lean on you to do a bunch of the Roll20 stuff because
Oh yeah,
not
I
great at
gotcha.
that, but like, yeah.
Yeah.
Rules. I got rules. I got those.
Oh, you got rules?
I
Okay,
got
we're
rules.
good.
I know how they work,
Crazy.
Yeah.
more or less.
I don't.
Awesome. So yeah. Also joining Luke and I is our long last love, Ian Sandtrek. Good to
Yes,
see you,
it's
man.
me.
Happy to have you back.
Happy to be back. It's a fun time.
Cool. So, Luke, tell me. Wait, actually, before we talk about Across the Endless Sea, and Luke takes it away and tells us a little bit about the facilitating parts of this game that we're doing here. Just real quick, we're playing a one shot of a game, and because it's a one shot, I want us all to like bring it and explore the things that we want to and that kind of stuff. But we're gonna do it safely, and just saying, if there's an issue about something, just bring it up, and we're adults and we can work it out, even if it's something that's happened in the next 15 minutes and you're like, man, I don't like the name that our ship, or I don't like talking dolphins for whatever reason. They creep me out. Can we not have talking dolphins anymore? Well, let's just agree that we're smart enough we can work around it, because you shouldn't play a game that makes you uncomfortable, right? Is that cool? I mean, we have the
Yep.
X card
Yeah,
as the final
absolutely.
absolute rule, but I mean that's a weapon of last resort, right? So if we're cool with that, let's get started.
Yeah,
Cool.
awesome. So, I wrote a game. It's called
Yeah.
Across the Endless Sea. It comes from the fact that I read Voyage of the Dawn Treader and like Wizard of Earthsea way too many times as a child, and that sweet like surreal sea voyage shit is my
Yeah.
jam. So that's basically the game. It does, to talk as players at the table who are playing this game together for a moment. The game does kind of have a very player controlled dial along that regard, in terms of like, is this a kind of like joyful story? Is this a kind of like melancholy story? Is this dangerous like adventure? Is this like a kind of slow meditation on the nature of, culture or whatever? Like, a lot of that is just up to us in the way that we interpret the prompts and the way that we play the game.
Sure.
So like, if we want to talk about like tone and mood now, we can. If we want to just let it play to find out what happens, that's also cool. I don't really mind.
I'm kind of thinking about playing to find out, but I do tend to make the games that I end up in probably a little bit more like reflective-y, and less like sporadic high adventure. But
Yeah.
Same,
what do you think?
Same here.
What do you think?
Yeah, cool. Well, I have no strong preference. I am into all shades and variations of weird sea voyage.
I'm thinking
Every
Here's one-
subgenre.
if this
here's what I-
was if this was a movie made by Miyazaki, let's do that.
Yes. Yeah. Fuck. Sold.
Heart like
Sold.
fun adventure, but also very heartfelt.
Yeah, it's
I'm
like
cool with
Ponyo, but starring, a
Yeah.
family. Actually, ironically, part of this game was also inspired by the fact I once dreamed a Miyazaki film. Like, it was animated, it was in full color, it was a whole movie, it had a whole storyline. This is not a film that exists, and it involved a lot of weird sea voyaging. So like, Miyazaki suits me.
Perfect.
For
Yeah.
tone, I only ask for one thing. I want it to be
Okay.
really weird.
Okay.
I think we can
we
handle
can do weird.
that.
We can. That
Really
fits.
weird.
That's complimentary to what we're
Yeah.
talking about.
I don't think you can do not weird with this game, honestly.
Perfect.
No one's tried. But
This is
like,
my
I
this
get
is my
you
new
have
favorite
some.
game now.
Yeah. Cool. Oh yeah. Cool. All right. So let's
All right,
get.
so let's just follow the instructions. So if everyone has a look at game rules,
Mhm.
blah 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 blah. All right, so to pick to start, pick someone to read this aloud. Would either of you lovely people like to read aloud the fancy flavor text from Roll20?
I'll go for it.
Yeah, you do it, Ian.
Yeah, rock it.
The endless sea flows out beyond the horizon. Its tides and stars are strange, and its weather wild and treacherous. Each island and outcrop that breaks the surface is more perilous and wondrous than the next. Outlandish travelers roam over the face of the water, while weirder creatures lurk beneath. Across this dreamlike expanse, there are people making a long journey. The people are travelers, wanderers, voyagers. They are known for their keen eyes, their skillful hands, their lovely voices. Their hearts are as untamed as the sea itself, and their memory as deep. They journey towards a far-off destination, hoping for safe arrival. They journey across the endless sea.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So that's the story we're going to be playing today. The story of these people in their journey. So in this game, because Avery Alder is fantastic and Dream Askew is really interesting, every one of us is going to have 2 playbooks that we control.
Mm-hmm.
One represents an aspect of the people of the Endless Sea: the hands, the hearts, the voices, the memory, and the eyes. And the other represents the threats of the Endless Sea. Yeah. I don't remember what they are off the top of my head, but like they're like the stuff
tides,
that's in it,
weather,
the stuff
islands.
Traveling.
Yeah,
that shit, right? So each of us now has to pick one of each that we're going to play today. I'm going to recommend that probably one of us should play the Heart of the People. Good. Because the heart makes the central decision about like where they're actually going. Okay. Or no one can play the heart, and they can be a heartbroken people or a heartless people, and we can just decide as a group.
I was gonna say I'm definitely leaning towards my threat being the weather, and I was actually looking at the heart as the one I was picking. Sounds awesome. Yeah, it was between heart and memory. And then when you were suggested that someone plays heart, then I was like, that sounds good to me. Yeah. Real quick, Luke, just a technical point of order. In Zoom has this really annoying thing. Next to the mute button, there's an up arrow. Hit it and go to audio options for me.
Yes.
And then hit test computer mic and speakers. And then hit automatically adjust microphone and uncheck that box.
In audio options?
Yeah.
Hang on a minute. Computer audio. Wait. I cannot find this. Give me a moment. I'm gonna.
No problem.
Work this out.
Yeah, it's just quick minor thing because I forgot Zoom does this thing. Like us hanging out right before we go live. Everything sounds good, and then all of a sudden Zoom decides to do its wonky auto adjusting, and
So, Eric, where do I talk me through this again?
No problem. So
Computers
you're looking
are
at
not my strong point.
You're looking at the Zoom window. Right? You're looking at the Zoom window, real nice. At the very bottom, there's a bar with a bunch of technical stuff about managing the call.
Yes.
To the far left is the mute icon. Next to that is an up arrow, an up caret. Hit that up caret for me, please.
Yes. I have hit it.
Dialog box comes up. Or not dialog box, but a bunch of options come up about speakers and microphones. Underneath leave computer audio is audio options. I want you to select audio options.
I have selected audio options.
Yeah. So now there should be a thing that says leave computer audio right in the middle, and then underneath it is a link that says test computer mic and speakers. Hit that for me.
I have hit it for you.
Yeah, you did. And then underneath test microphone, there's a box that says automatically adjust microphone.
Untick that box.
Yeah.
All right.
You're good. Yep, it's perfect.
Wonderful.
Did I just join an ASMR stream? Because that's what it feels like.
Yeah. Oh my god. They should make an ASMR role playing game. ASMR RPG.
Oh my.
It's like my initial thought is no, but also yes. I don't know how you could do it, but yeah, I want to do that.
Look, there are some weird fucking role-playing games out there. Someone wrote an RPG about wizards where you learn to cast magic by actually learning to speak Korean.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Like, that's the thing.
That's awesome.
Is that Andy? Was that Andy who did that game?
I don't remember.
No.
I don't
It's
remember like
amazing.
anything about that game except the premise.
Well, I know the guy who made that game. I forget who it is.
Yeah.
But the publisher of that game is the brother to Fraser Simons, who made The Veil, who also hangs out and is on my channel every now and again.
right.
So
Cool,
that's a
cool,
weird
cool.
reference. Weird nod. I love the indie game community.
And then there's
God.
there's a game that like where you play a cam girl.
Wow. Really?
Yeah.
Camgirl
Yeah.
RPG?
Yes. It's
Okay.
very
A
strange.
friend of
Super
mine
strange.
once just wrote a game where you play the Russian scientist who sent the first dog into space, knowing it wouldn't come back. Like anything is possible in the magic world
man,
of
that's
RPGs.
That's a tough time.
Oh,
to,
what a
see
tough-
this dog. Goodbye.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
they sent me a copy of it to look at, and I was like, you do realize you've written a game about having to put down a pet, right? Like that's what this game is about, actually.
Pure sadness.
It's a sad game. Anyway,
Yeah.
let's get back.
Anyway,
on track.
speaking of
Let's
sad
back
games.
to-
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we've got Heart and Weather from Eric.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ian?
I don't know.
Fair.
You
I
can pick. I'll look
how weird do I want this to get?
as weird as possible.
Yeah, we
As weird as possible? Alright, in that case, I'll take the Dwellers Beneath as my threat playbook
Well, there's cool.
and make this shit really weird.
yeah.
And then I might take the Voice of the People. I think. Yeah.
Okay.
So if I there's the dwellers, right, and then there's the water. Like,
Yeah, the
happens if,
waters
like,
is its
what happens if like
Sorry.
the islands isn't picked?
then we will encounter no islands. And this will not be like an archipelago hopping Wizard of Earthsea game. This
No.
will be I'm just trying to
Well-
think of a work of fiction in which they cross an endless ocean. Were there any islands
More
in
Voyager.
Tales from the Black Freighter? I don't remember there being any.
I don't
but, like,
remember there being. No, I don't think so.
It's gonna be more like Tales from the Black Freighter if we don't pick islands.
Yeah.
I'll pick. Yeah, I'll pick the islands because
Yep.
islands are fun,
Yeah.
and I'll be also the eyes of the people.
The eyes. Yeah.
The
Oh, that makes
all
sense.
The eyes.
All right,
Eyes and
fantastic.
nouns.
All right, so at this point, if you look at your aspect playbook,
Mhm.
don't worry about the threat one for now.
Sure.
The aspect playbook will ask you to make some choices. It will ask you the very first thing on the top left column will tell you to choose a number of things from a list.
Yes.
So for mine, I have to choose some tales that the people know. Eric, I think you choose like values,
Yes.
and
Virtues.
some other thing. Values and virtues, thank you.
Yes.
And then I think warnings and opportunities for you, Ian, is what it is. So we're going to choose those and then put them in the overall playbook for the people in Roll20 so that the people at home can see and we can see each other's. And then, Eric, you also, if you go to the bottom left, yes? No, it's just underneath. The middle of the left column, it will ask you to select what is our destination.
Gotcha.
And so if you also...
Yeah, I'm gonna actually bring out the sheet as a background, so
Yeah.
everybody at home can see it as well.
No, that
Because
sounds like
it's a
solid plan.
gorgeous seat. So, are the people? I uploaded it and then disappeared.
I see it. It's
Are we good?
underneath the weather. The weather is covering
Oh,
the
yeah.
people.
Yeah, I have that, but I was gonna.
How apt.
I can't actually. Something that Roll20 won't let you do is actually take the image out of the handout and put it into Roll20 proper.
That's dumb.
Yeah, tell me about
Why
it.
is it so dumb? Do you want me to upload it as an image?
Yeah, would you? Because I just tried doing
Yeah,
it.
no
and then
worries.
and it
No
goofed.
worries. Easy.
Yeah.
Where are we? And you're heart of the people, yeah?
Yep.
Cool. Cool. Can you create me a new page to drop that into?
I already did.
Oh, God, you're so efficient. All right.
Heart.
People.
And do we answer these together?
So you are the one who has like final say, but yeah, it's definitely worthwhile like negotiating with each other because these choices are going to determine both like a lot of things about the people who we collectively play, but also about the tone and the kind of story we're going to have.
Sure.
So like I'm probably going to pick the weirdest tales that I can find because Ian's into that. And I expect Ian's probably going to pick the weirdest warnings and opportunities as well. So we're going to have a really bizarre game.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is basically just like a process of negotiation. At this point, no one is really explicitly playing anything yet. We're just kind of like working together to build the culture that we're about to sail across the sea with.
So the first thing I'm picking is the virtue of loyalty, steadfastness, and breakable bonds of fellowship. I feel like we are a very tight-knit group, and we are true to our words because when you're on the sea, you have to be able to count on one another more than anything.
Yeah,
definitely that's a virtue. I think I'm gonna do 2 and 2 is the plan.
Yep, I think that sounds like a good plan. Actually, Eric, if you just give me a moment, I just want to talk a little bit about the people just in general.
Sure.
First, so the people travel in rafts and kayaks. They don't have ships or boats. Maybe they're on one great vessel. Maybe they're in a flotilla. That's kind of up to us. They have no organized religion, no god to whom they're sworn, no ruling spirit, no single way of belief. The one thing they do share is a belief in the Sparkbringer and the rites of sun return, which is a whole mythology involving the creation of the sun. Beyond that, there are as many beliefs and worships reflected among their numbers as there are islands in the endless sea. They reckon the year in... Yeah, they reckon the year in 12 months. They use a solar calendar that was invented at the Shrine of Sun Return. And then in the People of the Endless Sea playbook, the two of you, if you care to look, there's both a list of the months and what they're traditionally named, and also there's a list of people that the names the people might have if we need to invent any NPCs.
Yeah. All right, so I'm picking 2 virtues that are somewhat opposed to one another because I think actually believing in 2 separate things that are in conflict with one another would in no way make a good game. So I'm choosing loyalty, steadfastness, and unbreakable bonds of fellowship, as well as independence, individuality, and a fierce love of freedom.
Yeah, totally. I mean, I think also
they're compatible. They're compatible.
Yeah, they're not at all incompatible.
Yeah, exactly. They're compatible, but there's definitely exactly. There's tension on one another. And so that's why I'm picking that. And then I'm also picking a deep respect for the products of long labor. Furthermore, I'm going to pick I'm going to do the first one, a deep respect for the sanctity of life.
Ooh. Which kind of given that hand we're not playing with the hands, and that means that violence is like not hugely on the table. That actually makes a lot of sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Unless Eric, you as the heart decide to be really heartless, which is your prerogative.
Okay. All right. Now we have to answer some questions about our journey and where we're going and its ending, right? The people. I think so. I answered the next part.
Yeah, we've all got to make those choices. So yeah, I've just put the eyes play sheet up. So Ian, if you want to pick those.
Okay, cool. Okay. The eyes of the people. Oh, geez. The eyes of the people are keen and unblinking and spot hidden opportunities that others may miss. Circle either 1 warning and 3 opportunities, 2 warnings and 2 opportunities, or 3 warnings and 1 opportunities.
Opportunity. Noted to self. Fix that in the copy edit.
Okay, so let's go with 2 and 2.
Okay.
So let's see here. Be wary of unknown islands. Some float, some think, some hunger.
Very nice.
It's an opportunity. Seek the friendship of the walking whales, playful, magical, wise.
Yeah. What is a walking whale? I don't know.
We'll find out.
We'll make some shit up. It'll be fine.
Yeah. Let's see here. Then another one. Let's see.
Eric, can I get another page on Roll20 just so I can chuck my sheet up?
Mm-hmm.
Be wary of paths of ghostlight. They lead to the fabled Golden City. And
so the Golden City doesn't sound very good.
No, apparently not.
Nope.
Seek for the jade-hued water and find stillness, plenty, and treasure. Cool.
Cool. All right.
And you're throwing yours up there right now?
Yes, I am indeed trying to do that. There we go. All right, if someone could do the circling for me, because my manual dexterity with a keypad is not great.
Okay, I'll take care of it.
Cheers. All right, so the voices of the people are rich and haunting, and many tales and customs forgotten elsewhere find life again on their lips. I get to choose 4 tales. I think one of these is very obvious. A tale. How the jealous stars made the golden city from stolen sunlight as a trap.
Whoa, that's crazy.
Yeah, let's give some context. Other than that, yeah, let's look for some really weird shit. What's weird? Okay, a tale. How the first Riddler swam down and learned from the world octopus.
Gotta love octopuses.
A tale. How many-hued ink fell from heaven and set to form the islands. And then I might hold my last one just for a moment, Eric, and ask, as the heart of the people, where is our destination? Because depending on what you pick, I might make a slightly different choice.
That's a good question. Let me see. I think I'm gonna play into this Golden City and the sun and stuff, and we're going to the Shrine of Sun Return.
Dang.
So we're going.
Yeah.
So wait, this is the So as the people begin their journey, what is it that they know awaits them at their journey's end? And our journey's end is the Shrine of Sun Return, where they will pray for winter's end and spring's rebirth.
Yeah. So in which case, my third story is going to be a tale. How the Sparkbringer first kindled the sun at the Shrine of Sun Return.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, cool. So we've made all the choices that we need to make. We know some stuff about the people. If we were playing at a table, this would be the point where we would like handwrite all of this stuff onto the people playbook so that we had it all together in one location. But that's a lot of typing, so let's not do that. So at this point, I'm just gonna walk you guys through the encounter cheat sheet. So this game is made up of encounters. Play lasts for at least 11 encounters, one for each month of the people's journey. If it makes sense and we're having fun, we can have 2 encounters in a month if we want. Between encounters, we kind of describe how the people live while they're on the Endless Sea most of the time. And then at various junctures in the year, playbooks have choices to make and additional encounters are triggered. And then when the final month begins, we have to confront a final challenge, and then we arrive at our destination, hopefully.
Hopefully at the Shrine of Sun.
Hopefully. Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, so I'm just going to talk through the procedure for how we run encounters.
Okay.
Because this is all the mechanics of the game. It's all that there is.
Yeah.
So if you guys both, probably the best thing to look at is to look at your aspect playbook, just so you can follow along with this.
Okay.
So
I'm looking at my Heart of the People.
Yeah. So we will determine which threat, who's going to be threat player for this encounter. We'll then randomly generate a prompt that is aligned with that threat.
Mm-hmm.
I'll probably privately message that to you on the chat. The threat player will look at that prompt, and then on their playbook, they have some questions to answer about, and they'll kind of silently ask them and answer them to themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Or if we would like to be a little more transparent, we could do it live. If they want, they can turn some of those questions back on the aspect players and be like, hey, what is it that makes this island dangerous? What do you think?
Yeah. What stories do the people tell of this island?
Exactly.
Sure.
Yeah. So the threat player then describes kind of the signs that signal the approach of the encounter. They describe how the people first sight it. They describe the initial impression they get. The remaining players who aren't playing the threat talk together and choose a lead aspect who's going to meet the encounter. The threat player doesn't get to participate in that choice.
Okay.
They have to be quiet, like the Endless Sea.
Yeah.
And that choice can be based on strategic consideration, or what makes sense, or what seems most interesting, or because someone hasn't had a turn in a while, like whatever, however you want to determine it. The lead aspect then has some questions. It's the top of the right column is the move, I believe. And you get to ask a couple of questions to the threat player, and they have to answer fairly and truthfully. If they don't know what to answer, they can rely on another player for help. The lead aspect player then makes a choice how the people will meet the encounter per the next move down on the right. And they can either explicitly say, here is the choice I'm making, or just describe what it looks like, and it's up to them how to do that.
Yeah.
So they describe what the people do, how they plan to overcome the encounter. The threat player can ask for clarification if they need it. Then the lead aspect player asks the threat player if it works. And the threat player thinks about it and figures out what they think. Does it work completely? Does it work barely or at a cost?
Yeah.
Or does it fail to work? And then they'll say a certain number of things. Sorry, Eric. Yeah.
Oh yeah, perfect. I just brought up. I was mentioning it. I was saying, what are the options for that? And I brought up my threat playbook, and they're all explicitly laid out. Right there. Look at you.
Yeah. So then you'll tell the lead aspect what is lost and what is won.
Sure. And
potentially, if it doesn't work, you'll say to them, sorry, some stuff is lost and you have to pick another course of action because it's not working.
Perfect.
And then the lead aspect will ask the other aspect player to choose the thing that is lost, the things that are lost and the things that are won from the lists on their playbook. Those choices then go on the people playbook so we can keep track of them. We narrate whatever's necessary to close the scene, and then we sail on into the next month. And that's it. That's the game. There's no dice. There's no complex resolution mechanic. I watched Adam Coble playing a Sundered Land on Twitch, and I was like, the best parts of this game are when you just ask each other questions and there's no dice involved.
Yeah, it's a fun way of doing that. I mean, I'm not sure if you played Firebrands yet or not, but it's similar.
Oh, I haven't. Because the way that I've scheduled my life, I can this is the only Once Upon a Game I will probably be able to make for the whole bloody year.
That sucks.
Yeah, I know. It's time zones are hard. And
time zones
life is hard.
Yeah,
Combined,
like,
it's just impossible.
Normally, right now, I'd be at work.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, glad you called in sick. And...
Yeah, well, no, it is my day off. It is currently the school holidays. We are working 11-hour days playing Dungeons and Dragons with children. I got the day off.
Whoa, wait, hold on, time out. Stop.
Rewind?
Record scratch. You play D&D with kids as a job.
Yeah. So
For 11 hours? That's
For
great.
your
so
job?
my job is I work at a
Also
vacation program
Okay.
where we play. The system is kind of like that. It has elements of LARP in that we have like buffer weapons and shit, and we whack each other. And it has elements of parlor LARP in that we do like improvised, kind of like dramatic scenes. And it has elements of tabletop in that we do some dice play stuff. And we write modules. And at one point, I was getting paid to write those too. And we run these modules for children, and that is my job.
Wow.
That sounds so fun.
Yeah,
That's a pretty great job.
I started attending when I was 10,
Yeah.
and now I am 23 and I work there.
Oh,
Life is good.
That's so cool.
Oh, that's so awesome. That really is really super cool.
That's amazing.
man.
But yes, the
Anyways,
point is, I was in the office yesterday. They owed me. I got the day off. After this, I have to write some stuff for the game I'm running tomorrow. It's fine.
Fair.
So
Okay.
let's play this game.
Yes. Okay. So I was looking at the
Yeah.
people sheet, and the first month is the month of fair winds.
Yep.
So let's see.
Yeah. So I think now is probably a good time to choose. Like, are we on like one really massive vessel?
Yeah.
Or are we on like a flotilla of like how many are there of the people even? Like, are we a big group, a smaller group? Like, I have no strong opinions.
The flotilla. That sounds fun.
Yeah, cool.
I think we are a smaller group. I think specifically, I think maybe we have a great expanse of people, but I think specifically we might be one large extended family.
Yeah, I like that. That's really cool. So there's like a single,
like a clan,
a single matriarch or patriarch who's like blood tied to everyone and is the
exactly.
Cool.
Yeah.
What's their name? Let's give them a name, so that then later we can make them a thing that's lost.
Yep, exactly. You name things so that they burn better.
So they make
on the pyre of gaming. These are really good names.
Thank you.
I like Cinta.
Yeah, I'm down.
Cinta's really
is
good.
Is Cinta male, female, non-binary?
I think it's non-binary. I think Cinta is like they're not our god, but we are religious, and I think it's kind of like they are they are our oldest living ancestor. You know, like they're our oldest. I think it's more like just like hereditary. Like they're our oldest living person, and they kind of have they're larger than just a gender. They are our family's bloodline themselves.
I like that. That's really cool. And like, I almost like the idea that they are like a generation older than everyone.
Yes, that's right. Yeah,
like how they've been able to survive. Like you have like the old people, and then they're like even older.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, there's the elders, and then there's Cinta, and that's like a whole nother level of
Exactly.
Yeah. So I'm imagining them like so like sun-beaten and like weathered and wrinkled. Exactly. Assigned sex is just like fucking impossible to tell.
Yeah,
and also just like really scarred.
Gender is raisin.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, they just
sea prune. Sea prune
is exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're led by Cinta. Rafts, kayaks. I got no strong
opinions for me.
I like
a mix.
I don't know. I watched Moana recently, so.
Okay, let me tell you. There's a lot of Moana in this game.
Good.
Putting it out there.
Putting
it out there.
Good.
Acknowledging my references. Yeah, all right. I'm cool with rafts, and I'm imagining there's like the flotilla is arranged around the central raft.
Yeah, there's a really big one.
Cinta's raft.
Yeah.
And probably like the formation that we sail in is like somehow an expression of our blood ties and our kinship structure.
Yeah, for sure. If you're
like
if
families on the end and stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure the closer you are to the center, the more you're distinguished or something like that.
Yeah.
Or,
except for like I think the very outermost
Yeah.
boats
Or something,
at
yeah.
north, south, east, and west
Yeah.
is
So
where
just-
like the most distinguished people are to
Yeah,
protect
yeah.
the tribe.
Sure. Yeah, I was
I
just like,
guess
you know
the
what? Actually,
warriors
I'm gonna
are,
read.
yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna recall what I said, but the idea of where you are in relation to Cinta's raft matters, right? And like the
Yeah,
idea of
like-
the cardinal
like-
directions
like-
being important, right? Like I don't care that much about the circle, like how close you are, but like I love the idea of like you're like the vanguard. Right,
I
like
like
you are the honored people on the edges looking for
Yeah,
the
yeah.
shrine.
I like the idea that there's also like
Yeah.
there's like 4 like warrior troops or whatever, and there's like south, west, east, north, and like they always stay in that formation. So if we go like southwest, like it's like basically just a square in that formation. So if we
Yeah.
go like southwest, it's like what?
Yeah, we just move
Definitely.
in the same formation.
like it's
Cool.
It's like a religious thing. Like we need to guard all of the cardinal directions.
Yeah. I'm almost imagining like some kind of like 4-part moiety system, but like I don't wish to become too much of an anthropologist. Let's leave the kinship thing there, and not draw up any diagrams.
Yeah, we're good. We're good with where
Yeah.
we're fine with
I'll
our
write
level of
I'll
resolution
write-
right now.
Yeah, I'll write a game about kinship diagrams next.
Oh, that's I put shit out of that.
Cool. Okay.
All right,
Cool.
awesome. So in that case, I think we're just about. I think we're ready. We're probably ready to play our first encounter. Eric,
Yeah,
do we
I
want
would
to
love.
do it now? Do we want to call a break?
I'd love to do our first
Do
encounter.
one and then
before-
have a break.
Yeah, let's do one. Let's get the ball rolling, and then we go to our first break.
Yeah.
So
sounds
let's go
good
ahead
to
and do
me.
our first encounter.
Sounds good
Okay.
to me. Do you guys want, for the purposes of like learning the game, I can be threat player first, and then
Yeah, and then
Just to
depending on
kinda
how we
like-
want to
That'd be
respond,
nice.
yeah, and depending on how we want to respond to the
Yeah.
threat is then that's the person who answers it
Yeah.
and works it out,
Cool.
and then we keep and re-rotate. Perfect.
all right,
Sounds
cool.
good.
So I'm going to roll 1d7.
Yes.
All right, 2.
Okay.
Oh, this is good. This is gonna be fun.
Okay. Tell us the threat.
You guys are gonna have a great time.
I love it.
Let me just quickly make some choices and like note them down for myself. To keep
Sure.
honest.
And for everyone
It
playing
is
at
act-
home,
it is-
make sure you tell us out loud what it is.
yeah. So I think we'll make the threat process more transparent than it normally
Yeah.
is.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Easier on for an audience.
Sure.
It's also worth putting out there, and I do just want to talk about this. In this game, you don't have to. It's not like it's like okay, and at the beginning when you start playing this encounter, you make some choices, and then like you're stuck with them forever. Like
Mhm.
Yeah.
if they don't make as much sense, you can change them. If something else just seems perfect, you can like make
They're
a hard
malleable.
move. Yeah, you can make a move and be like, oh, also
Perfect.
there's another danger.
Yeah.
You got options.
Yeah.
All right. So this threat, I won't tell you what it is, but what does it look like? It is feathered or winged.
Interesting.
Ooh. Okay. Well, already, so the threat is some type of animal?
Maybe.
well, I am the
Oh.
dwellers in the endless sea, so
Some-
mine are almost always going to be animals.
Some
or something.
non-human
Things.
thing at the very
Things.
least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's
Entities.
just a human with feathers.
Entities. Yeah.
With
It
very many-
is.
Um.
Ooh, what do I
interesting.
like here? Okay, it is many-eyed.
Okay.
Spider bird.
It is dreadfully intelligent.
Oh,
That's an interesting word.
yeah.
Dreadfully.
Watchful. And what? Because I'm leading in. It is unsettlingly familiar.
Oh no. Oh, I don't even.
All right. What makes this thing dangerous? Ooh, I might keep that to myself.
Okay. Sure.
All right. All right, so it's the month of fair winds. The people have just set off on their journey quite recently. They're sailing along in formation. I think, given that fair winds is a thing, I think they've raised the masts on the rafts, and so this gentle breeze is pushing them along. The day is warm and gentle. The sea around is kind of like gently rippled, but otherwise fairly calm. There's the sound of children's laughter from Cinta's raft in the middle. And then a shadow passes over the water towards the people. It's a small shadow, right? It's like no bigger than like a little baby. Like it's a very small shadow. And it swoops in. It like comes across the water. It comes over the rafts. It casts a shadow over Cinta themselves, and then it circles around once, and then slowly this black shape is descending from the sky. It's feathered. It has many eyes on its spread wings as it like raises them to bank its descent. There's all of these human eyes watching.
Oh man! Okay.
And it pulls down and it descends and it lands on the top of the sail of Cinta's raft.
Yeah.
And it croaks out in the voice of the latest member of the people to die. Hello.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, jeez.
So I don't. Okay. So we respond to this. I mean, mechanically, what's the next thing to do? Is we have to look at when an encounter presents itself. But then, like,
mechanically, the next step is to choose the lead aspect. Are the people going to meet this with their eyes and their vigilance, or with their heart? Because voice is out. Because I'm not to be.
I think this has to be heart. Because I think this has some sort of thing about the last person who died. I feel like this is sort of like something about the philosophy of the people is that, you know, like what our beliefs are at stake here. And so I think our heart. So I think I want to. So thanks, Ian. So so I'm gonna step forward here.
Makes sense.
Cinta's not gonna be the one who actually pursues first. I'm gonna come up with a different name for someone else.
Yeah, so it is worth putting this out there. Like the aspects are not individual people; they are proficiencies among the people. Yeah. So you could be like the entirety of the people respond with their hearts, or just one particular exemplar of that,
or like a family or whatever.
Yeah.
Or a family. Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of like the idea of there being like one cardinal like family group associated with each of the aspects, but like we can talk about. We can talk about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. So, we're missing one. We're vulnerable.
The brother to the brother to the most recently fallen member of our family. Nice. He is a proud warrior by the name of Wayan. I imagine. Yeah, I mean,
points for a pun.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well played. I think he's carrying some kind of like spearfish, like some kind of like bone spearfish. And when the bird comes out and says hello, he tries to eye down this many-eyed creature. Does it keep its wings out so its eyes can see, or does he close them, or does it close them? Like, what does it do? What does it do when it rests?
I think it closes them and then it blinks and then it opens its like main eyes again, and they're the eyes of his brother, his dead brother.
Yeah.
Staring out at him, unsettlingly familiar.
Yes.
And watching very closely. So now you get to ask some questions according to the first move on the right-hand column.
Yeah. Cool. So how does this creature? So do I ask you the threat?
Yeah. So this is player to player, not in character.
How does this bird, this many-eyed bird, how does it make the people feel? Cold with rage, hot with fear, greedy, excited?
I think the people as a whole, it is the fearful option.
Yeah.
Hot with fear.
Yeah.
Cold with
Okay.
fear. I don't remember.
Yeah.
But the brother, the warrior, rage and sorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now here's the next question. What virtues might this thing possess that people could learn from?
Let me see. How can I make this fucked up and bad?
How when something is lost to the sea, it is truly lost forever. But if you are able to maintain it, basically keep the corpses. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I'm definitely. I think like it preserves the voices of the dead. I think that's the virtue. Like if
what is dead is not dead. Yeah. What dies is not dead.
What is not dead, which can eternal lie.
Right.
If they can somehow make this thing not a threat and a danger to them, like this is a connection back to the people they've lost.
Yeah.
Like that's the virtue it possesses, right? Like it's a connection, a tangible connection
but it's scary.
to the people they've lost.
Okay. So those are my two questions, and now do you respond back to me, or do I lead the people through the encounter?
So now you lead the people. Now you take the next.
Right.
Now you describe. So I've described the creature coming in. I've described it showing up. We've had a little bit of like repartee. Now you tell me like how do the people
exactly
with this?
So I think
could I also just quickly grab what's the name of the character again? Just because
Wayan.
I just know I'm gonna want to try and fuck
Wayan.
He tried to
Wayan, spelled WAYAN. Thank you.
Yeah.
Wayan.
So also I think by the time it landed in, it's like bending and stressing the boat's sails because it's massive.
No, it's tiny. It's raven sized.
Okay.
It's the size
but it casts a large. Okay, but
it cast a great shadow, but it's very small.
Understood. Okay.
Trust me. If it was big, I would have picked the Titanic option for look.
Okay.
Which is a one on there.
Dope.
There'll be some giant sea creatures.
Yeah, we're not quite at the giant level yet.
I think we have a little bit of like if this was a Western where everybody is off hiding. Right, except for like the warrior. Although then like we see after like we had our exchanges and the brothers are talking, right? And the brother is like, "How could you?" To the beast. We see I think an older lady, definitely someone who wearing the markings and garb of like the not I want to say religious, but we're not religious, like you said, something like that.
We're not religious in an organized sense. Individual people have
spiritual.
Religion. It's just that there's no like this is what the people believe.
Orthodox.
Monolithic.
There's no orthodoxy. Yeah, totally. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I think there's this kind of like we just cut over, and I think in order to represent this, we see like the old lady like and like some kids looking at it, and she like puts her hands like over the eyes of the kid or whatever. It's like back inside. let the brother handle this. Only he can do this, right? And I think the brother is very he's seething with rage, and you feel it coming out from the word like as he grits his teeth and says to his deceased brother, we'll give you one chance to get out of here. Carry on, leave us be. You know what we have to do. And he's like, and he's insinuating, "Don't make me fight you," and he's hardening their hearts, offering only bitter cruelty. Like, be gone from here. I know what you are. You are a disgrace to what our people for what you've done. How can you show your face here? Get out. Is what he's expressing with his words.
And then
I feel like the people can refer to what this is in a certain way, and if you're cool with it, I'm gonna call it's a harbinger.
Yeah, awesome, awesome, definitely. That's a great name,
right? and because it brings bad tidings and omens to it, right? And it returning here is not a good sign for our village, our vessel, and our voyage, and and says like, yeah, and so I think he's showing somewhat of a display of like a sign of strength, being like, get out of here, we're stronger than you, and with a lot of spice of like disgust that his brother would do this, and it would take the form and things of his brother. Maybe he doesn't even believe it's his brother, if you wanted to play with that.
Oh, okay, yeah, you've just given me an opening. All right, so you now need to ask me the magical question.
What is lost? Is that the question?
No, it is ask the lead threat if your course of action works.
Yes. Does my course of action work?
It works at a cost.
Naturally.
Sure.
So he says these words to it, and it closes its eyes just for a moment and kind of like bows its head almost as if in sorrow.
Yes.
And a single tear falls gently steaming onto the deck of the boat.
Steaming.
And where it touches the wood ages. The life all comes out of it. It's like a tiny little patch of wood, but it's enough to make the point. And then it opens its eyes again, and they are the eyes of whichever person in his life, whichever formative person in his life whose passing he most grieves. If he has a dead parent,
it's his wife.
The dead parent. It's his. Oh shit. Okay. Yeah.
Or
so his wife's eyes.
Partner. Yeah, his wife.
His wife's eyes. It opens his wife's eyes, and it says, "What welcome is this for your beloved? What cold, cold welcome."
Shit, dude.
Yeah.
And then. And I think there is like a tenor of emotion in the voice that makes it very like inescapably clear, and he kind of like can't help but admit this. Like, this is the voice of his wife speaking to him. This isn't some trickery. And then it just closes its eyes, or it spreads its wings. All the eyes are now closed. Its eyes are closed, and it wings off away. So, I am gonna say that one thing is won and one thing is lost.
Okay.
So Ian, you get to choose what those are according to the choices on your aspect playbook. Cool. Or if there's something that we all kind of agree is just like totally fitting that's not listed, we can just be like,
cool.
On yours, Ian.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, if there's something that's not on the list that seems super fitting, we can just be like, okay, something else instead.
Cool. I have a fictional like way to wrap up that scene as it leaves, if that's okay.
Let's make the choice.
Okay.
Let's make the choice, and then let's narrate the ending.
Okay.
What is one? And you guys can go to the eyes and then suggest anything.
Yep. Yeah, let me have a look. What are the options? Oh. I
would like to suggest the simplest one for me is seafaring skill.
Yeah.
Because I think it could be like the guy because I have something in mind for why that would work.
Yeah.
But what are you thinking? I have a picture that Wayan is like telling the people like after it flies off to be like, like hoist the stronger sails, like let's go twice as fast, and he looks behind us being like winter, like winter's like we will outrun winter, right? To the shrine of the sun, right? So like it will we will give space between it. It will pursue us and it will fail, kind of thing, right?
I have a suggestion.
Can I just but for what is lost, do you mind if I just narrate it?
Go for it.
Good idea.
Go for it. I think we're probably on the same page.
I mean, maybe, but so Wayan, he has a child.
Oh shit.
And I think like after this thing leaves, like you wait for like a pregnant moment, and then you suddenly hear like a cry come out from and you like run over, and it's like your little girl, and you see she's just lost her eyes.
Oh, it took its eyes.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. So someone young and promising loses their vision, their hope, or their senses. So and she's just crying like, "Daddy, I can't see. I can't see. What happened?"
Yeah, love it. Fantastic. All right, Eric, you had a wrap up you wanted to do?
No, that was my wrap up of like us trying to like be like, we have to get away from this thing.
We got to outrun death.
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, and then you look up and you just see like the small like black dot or whatever, just like
disappear back into.
Spring,
I think I'm gonna say
spring won't be reborn unless we make it to the Shrine of Sun Return. So we must make it.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna say it's south. South is the direction where we are.
I mean, makes sense.
Is the cardinal direction where we're weak. Like we've got the aspects of the people that stand for northwest and east, but south we don't have.
Yeah. Okay. I think
actually no, it's west. It's west because that's where the sun goes to die.
Yeah. That's I mean, that's what
west is where we're weak.
I think we're moving west too, right? Because we gotta go get it back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Perfect.
Yeah, and so it's flying off into the west towards our destination.
Yeah.
And it disappears into the. All right. So that's the end of our first encounter. We're going to do this in theory a couple more times.
Yep. And but first we're going to go to our first break.
Yep.
Because
exactly.
that was perfect timing. This is fun. This is cool. This is a good game. I like it already.
It's a really fun game. I know. Yeah. I'm very happy that I have access to the drive now.
Yeah, this is cool. This is fun. I definitely want to. Like, I'm already excited, being like, oh man, I would absolutely love to play this game again. But it's break time, so we'll see you on the other side. See you in 5 minutes, guys.
Bye.
Drive on.